is Paige and I'm 24 years old. I'm currently living with my husband Naoto and our daughter Panami. The other day, Naoto's father, or my father-in-law, came to visit us at our house. But that's when we had this conversation. All right, sir. I made some coffee for you. Would you like some?
Thank you so much, Paige. This coffee's absolutely amazing. It's gotta be the best cup of coffee that I've ever had. God, I wish I could live here with you guys. Then I'd be able to drink the coffee that you make every day. You always say that about everything Paige makes for you. You're obsessed with her, aren't you? Well, I'm just glad you were able to land someone who's that kind and amazing. Oh, by the way, I wanted to talk to you guys about the trip we're going on next month. Oh yeah, you're gonna take us somewhere with your car, right? We're all looking forward to it. Yeah, but we haven't decided where we're going yet, have we? So I was thinking about talking it over with you guys. Do you have any ideas?
My father-in-law would always take us on trips with his car, and I think it's fair to say that we're very close with each other. But on the other hand, I'm not really close with my father, Taro, my mother, Penny, and my sister, Kurumi. We're actually not on good terms. We were a normal family when I was still in grade school, but everything changed once Kurumi started showing her potential at school. She was always on top of her class, and everyone wouldn't shut up about how smart and talented she was. Our neighbors constantly told my parents that they were doing a great job with my younger sister, and that they wanted their children to be more like her. I guess that got to my parents' head though, because they started being obsessed with Kurumi. It got to the point where I started to question whether my parents even remembered that I existed. When I told some of my friends about how Kurumi has been doing at school, they were all super impressed. They wanted to know how we raised Kurumi into such a genius. And by the end of the day, they were begging me to give them some advice on how to better raise their children.
That's incredible! Oh, guess what? My boss is super impressed with our daughter, and he told me that he's dying to hire her when she's old enough to start working. Isn't that amazing? Kurumi's still 7, but she's already got a job lined up for her when she graduates from college.
Well, this is our daughter we're talking about. It's no wonder she's an incredible talent. I bet she's going to end up making millions every year, and she's going to buy us a huge mansion, and oh, I'm starting to drool just thinking about it.
Kurumi, you're the daughter that we've always wanted. We're both very proud of you, and as a reward, I'm going to buy you anything you want.
Wait, really? Are you sure about this? Of course! But you better give us some money and help us retire when you grow up, alright? Yeah, I promise, Mom. What do I want? I want a computer and a big bed and... Oh, I want a chandelier for my room as well. Alright, sounds good. We'll make sure to get all of those things for you, honey.
Let's go to the mall together and get all of those things for you tomorrow.
Wait, can I go as well? Of course not, Paige. You're gonna have to stay here and study. Well, what? Why?
Your mother's right. We're taking Kurumi to the mall as a reward. You haven't done anything yet that's deserving of a reward. So until that happens, we're not taking you anywhere.
And just like that, my parents always took Kurumi out to go shopping with them while they made me stay at home by myself. But I can't blame them for doing this to me. It's my fault for not getting good grades at school, so I just have to try harder. And that's why I worked harder to get better grades, but for some reason I could never catch up to Kurumi. She was infinitely smarter than me, and because of that, the way our parents treated us was completely different. While Kurumi always got what she wanted, I had to find a way to get everything I wanted by myself. And one day, my parents made Kurumi take an IQ test at the hospital, but we were all shocked when the results came out. Oh my god! Did you see this, honey? Kurumi's IQ is 180!
180? That's insane! That means she's a genius, right? Oh my god, I can't believe it, Kurumi! You're the best daughter ever!
You can say that again. I'm not like everyone else. I'm special. Kurumi looked at me and grinned as my parents took turns rubbing her on the head. We've been close since we were kids, but the dynamic of our relationship has shifted completely. Because Kurumi's always been spoiled all her life, she's turned into a selfish narcissist who always looks down on others. And not only that, but...
Hey guys, I think I want to transfer into a different school.
What?
The other kids in my class have been talking a lot of crap about me behind my back. Apparently, they think I'm too full of myself. I know they're just jealous of me because I'm much smarter than them, but I'm tired of dealing with them, so that's why I think it might be wise for me to go to a different school. And besides, I don't want to be surrounded by idiots all the time. I want to be around kids like me who are smart and know what they're doing. I want to go to a school that's out of state, but what do you guys think?
Well, that doesn't sound like a terrible idea. I've been thinking about moving to a different state for a while now. So let's do it.
What?
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Where'd you want to go, Kurumi?
I'm gonna have to quit my job then. But it's alright. I'm sure I'll be able to find something to do at our destination. And besides, I only have to work until Kurumi starts bringing in money for us. So it's not that big of a deal, is it?
But guys, wait! I don't want to move to another state! I have a lot of friends here and... Shut up! Think about what's best for this family, alright? You've contributed nothing to this family, so you have no right to complain about our decision!
That's right! You're a worthless piece of garbage and we don't have to listen to you. Now shut up and go to your room!
Yeah, who do you think you are, huh? Get out of here, you bastard!
And so we ended up moving to a different state so that Kurumi could go to a new school. But this wasn't the only time we've had to move because of Kurumi. We had to move over and over again because she could never fit in at her schools and make any friends there. So that's why I spent most of my years in middle school alone. Since we moved so frequently, I couldn't make any friends. That meant that I was always alone both at home and at school. I was lonely every day, that I was going insane. I can't be around these people anymore. They're gonna drive me nuts. And so immediately after graduating from middle school, I moved out of my parents' place and got a place of my own. I told my parents I wanted to cut ties with them when I moved out, but this was how they responded. Do you think we care what happens to you?
Yeah, this has to be some kind of joke. We've wanted you gone for years. This is a dream come true for us.
Man, now that you're moving out of here, I can finally live my life peacefully. I don't have to be embarrassed of having a talentless worm like you be my older sister anymore.
And so I left my parents' house and started a new life all on my own. And while I worked hard every day to make ends meet for myself, I met my current husband, Naoto. It didn't take long for us to fall in love, and when we got married after dating for a couple of years. I quit my job when I had Panami and became a full-time stay-at-home mom. But 10 years after I moved out of my parents' house, Naoto, Panami, and I were visiting a high-rise apartment building together because there were some things we needed to do there. But when we walked in through the main doors, this happened. Hey, you, right there! Yeah, I'm talking to you. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Is that my mother? Wait, where are you? I don't understand. I knew it was you. Hey, Paige, long time no see. But anyway, you're not supposed to be here, you know. You're trespassing on private property right now. People like you don't belong in a place like this, and you need to leave right now. What? We couldn't believe our ears. After all these years, she still thinks I'm a failure. That's when my husband, who's never actually seen my family before, whispered into my ear and asked me if this was actually my mother. I nodded yes and looked back at my mother. That's when I saw the man standing next to her.
Wait a minute, is that really you, Paige? Oh my god, this is incredible! You look as stupid as ever, don't you?
That's right. My father, Taro, and my younger sister, Kurumi, showed up out of nowhere and entered the conversation.
Huh? Why the hell are you here, Paige? You don't belong in a place like this. I should call security and have them kick you out.
God, I can't believe I ran into these people here. Why am I always so unlucky?
Wait a minute. Who are those people standing next to you? Are they your family? Is that your husband and daughter?
look exactly like you. I bet they're as stupid and talentless as you, Paige. The hell did you just say to me? I don't care what she says about me, but I'm not gonna let her insult my family like that. I was shaking in anger, but Kurumi didn't seem to notice. She went on with her insults and told us this.
I actually ended up going to T University. You've heard of them, right? And I just got a job offer from one of the largest and most profitable firms in the country. So that's why we're moving into this building. But anyway, what are you guys doing here? Like I said, you guys don't belong here. You need to leave right now or I'm gonna make you. This is my building now and I don't want you here.
Your building? This has to be some kind of joke, right? You don't actually own the entire building, you dumbass. But anyway, they're moving into this apartment building, huh? I thought this was my unlucky day, but I might have spoken too soon. I think I might be able to get my revenge on them today. Alright, time to show them what happens when they mess with my family. Hey, didn't you hear her? She told you guys to leave, so what are you guys waiting for? Do you not speak English anymore? You know what that means, right?
Wait a minute. You got past security, which means that there's someone in this building who let you inside. Who's the dumbass who invited you guys inside, huh? I've got to teach them a lesson and make sure that they never make the same mistake ever again.
Yeah, I don't ever want to run into these filthy animals inside my building ever again, so you're gonna have to tell us who let you in.
Well, the owner let us in. Wait, what? I said the owner of the building was the one that invited us inside. You know, the guy that lives on the top floor of this building. But the owner in this building is supposed to be super rich. I heard he's a billionaire.
Yeah, and there's no way he would ever invite you guys into this building. That just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're lying to us because you want to impress us, aren't you? Nice try, but your little tricks aren't going to work on us. Now tell us the truth and...
Oh, there you are! Hey, Naota, Paige, Panimi! It's nice seeing you guys again.
That's when my father-in-law got off the elevator and entered the lobby. What? Aren't you the owner of the building?
Sorry I'm late. I cleaned up the room for you guys, so feel free to use it for as long as you want.
We're actually here because my father-in-law is giving us the penthouse that's on the top floor of the building. We're here to look at the interior of the room and prepare for the move-in process.
But you sure you guys want to move into this building? I can get a better house for you guys, you know. I'm sure my granddaughter would like a yard and...
No, that's all right. This penthouse is perfect for us. This building is right by Naoto's workplace as well, and we're grateful that you're gifting it to us.
Yeah, you're gonna move into the penthouse? And wait a minute, did he just call your daughter his granddaughter?
So does that mean is he your father-in-law?
The three of them were standing with their jaws dropped, looking back and forth at my father-in-law and me.
Huh? Oh, hello guys. You guys just moved into this building, right? How you guys liking it so far?
My father-in-law asked them a question, but all they could do was just stand there in silence. They were so surprised that they couldn't even talk. It looked like they needed a proper explanation, so I did my best to hold back my laughter and said this to them.
Remember how you guys always called me a failure? Well, after I moved out of your house, I worked my ass off so I could prove you guys wrong. And that's when I met Naoto. He was one of my clients, and back then he was the vice president at a large real estate firm. He's the CEO of the company now, and he brings in a lot of money for us every year.
What? Your husband is a CEO?
That's insane. I can't believe this is happening right now.
So does that mean you're rich now?
Wait a minute. We would have been rich by now if we had just held on to her.
Come on, guys. You have to just come to your senses. She just married a rich guy. It's not that impressive. I worked my ass off to get to where I am today, and unlike you, I earned everything that I own. And I'm not done yet. In 10 years, I'll be rich enough to purchase this entire building from your father-in-law. Hell, this building might not even be good enough for me. I'm definitely still better than you, Paige, so don't let this get to your head, all right? Mom, Dad, let's go. Come on.
And so Kurumi dragged Penny and Taro onto the elevator and headed up to their room. But a few months later, when we entered the apartment building again after returning from a trip, we noticed that there was a huge crowd forming in the middle of the lobby. We walked over to find out what was going on, and that's when we saw this.
Please forgive us!
My parents were down on their knees, begging for mercy from two scary men who were dressed in suits. Kurumi was also standing next to them, sobbing.
I didn't think they'd fire me. It's not my fault. I'm a genius with an IQ of 180. I thought there was no way they could fire me, but they told me I wasn't a team player and that I was making everything harder for them. I can't believe those idiots would do this to me. What the hell are they thinking?
Shut up! You keep your mouth shut, alright, Kurumi? Wait a minute, is that Paige? After my mother saw me standing amongst the crowd, she came rushing over to me and said this. Please, Paige, you have to help us. Kurumi got fired from her job and we can't pay back our debt anymore. And because she caused a huge mess when she was fired, no one's willing to hire her anymore. There's just no way for us to make money right now, but we still need to pay back our debt and... Oh, I see what's going on. We thought everything would work itself out in the end because we had Kurumi on our side, and that's why we took out loan after loan, thinking we'd be able to pay it back in a few years, but after Kurumi got fired, we had no means of paying back our numerous loans, and we went to the Yakuza and borrowed some money from them. That was a huge mistake, and obviously we can't pay the Yakuza back either, and that's why they're chasing us down right now. We need to pay them by the end of the day or they're gonna kill us. Please, Paige, you have to help us. We're still family, right? I know that deep down you still care about us.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Who the hell are you? You're not part of my family.
In fact, I've never seen you before in my entire life.
Wait, but I, come on, Paige. I'm your mother! She screamed and begged me to reconsider, but I ignored her and got on the elevator to head up to our room. I could hear my parents and Kurumi screaming even after the doors of the elevator shut. But a few seconds after the elevator started moving, Panami turned to me and said this.
I can't believe those people were convinced that Kurumi is a genius. Anyone can tell that she doesn't have what it takes to survive in the real world.
Well, there you have it, guys. Panami, who's only 3 years old, is still smarter than all three of those guys combined. We were so impressed by her wisdom that all Naoto and I could do at that point was laugh. And afterwards, Kurumi and my parents were sent to a foreign country by the Yakuza to work, a dangerous job to pay back their debts. They sold the apartment room they'd purchased, but that still wasn't enough to pay back their debt. And now my father is fishing for crabs in the Arctic Ocean. My mother is living in an old shack in the middle of nowhere to find rare minerals, and Kurumi's working day and night at a mine. None of them could speak the language that the other workers are using. They're also very far away from each other, so they've got no one they can rely on. It seems like a bit of a harsh punishment, but I for one think they deserve it. Meanwhile, I've been able to live my life peacefully. I don't have to worry about running into Kurumi or my parents anymore, and that's done wonders for my mental health. I'm also getting along fine with Naoto and his father, and I couldn't be happier with the way I'm living my life right now. Oh yeah, my father-in-law came to visit us again the other day, but that's when he said this to me.
But man, I had no idea that those people were your parents. Yeah, you don't look anything like them. You told me about what they did to you when we got married, but I'm glad you were able to get your revenge on them. They definitely deserve to be punished like that. I agree. And don't forget, Paige, we've always got your back. So if you run into any problems again, let us know. We'll be happy to help you. That's right. You might be related to those people, but they're not your family anymore. We're your family now, and we want to do everything we can for you. So please, come to us if you need any help, alright?
Thank you so much, guys. I'm so glad to have you guys on my side. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more.